Oh, and welcome to the Stellar Monarchs preview show. Myself, Graham Munsey, and Dave Harley looking ahead to another huge match for the Monarchs. It's championship action on Friday night, and it's a visit to reigning champions Poole Pirates. Dave, it's been a good couple of weeks for the Monarchs. Home and away victories over Berwick, but no slip-ups can really be allowed for, so we need to do the business against the champions come Friday night.
Yeah, no, after picking up good wins against Berwick, it was a shame that Plymouth meeting's been rained off tonight. It stopped a bit of momentum because two huge matches this week. We're at Poole tomorrow. Then, as you say, huge match for the boys on Friday night, and a big challenge. But if we want to be in and about the end of the season, we need to be beating those teams at home.
It's a big challenge. One me and Dave are certainly looking forward to being in attendance for. Sadly, our guest tonight won't make it there, but we're all missing him, so we're delighted to have him back on the show. We welcome in Monarchs currently injured, number 4, Paco Castagna. Paco, welcome back to the preview show.
Ciao, everybody. I'm very happy to be kind of back. I know it's not long until I'm fully back, but I'm slowly coming back, and hopefully from next week or in a couple of weeks I'll be all right.
Yeah, great to see you there, Paco, and smiling as always. It must be difficult when that sort of main part of the season around the summer when the weather's good, the team's winning, and you're sat on the sidelines. Unfortunately, I guess the first thing everybody wants to know is how you doing and how soon it will it be till we see you back.
It's funny. You asked me. I'm feeling good. Like the shoulder is okay. The shoulder is getting better and better daily. I'm doing lots of exercise. The problem is that after 3 weeks, I went to have another scan, and the bone on the side of the humerus wasn't healed, and the chip was moved. So that pushed back like 2 to 3 weeks. I could have been back maybe last week, but that couldn't happen. But we waited a little bit more. Did loads of treatments. I was doing like 5 hours of treatments a day. So, it's looking good. I'm gaining lots of movements back. And the idea is to go back on the bike on Saturday or Sunday, depending on the weather at home in Italy. Go back on the bike on Wednesday. And then depending on how I feel on them 2 days, the idea is to be back for Red Cup.
Perfect. That sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, Paco. As we said already, get your questions in to Paco. I can see we've got a couple of comments started already, so keep them flying in. And I guess, Paco, while you've been off, you will have been keeping an eye on the Monarch scores, and I know you'll still be keeping in touch with the guys. So it must have been good. You must have been heartened as well by the last couple of weeks and picking up that home and away win against Berwick. Because I guess for you, you'll be looking for as many meetings as possible when you come back. So not just the team doing well, but if they make the playoffs, that's 4 more dates for your calendar to make up for lost time.
Yeah, I agree. I tell you what. When I looked at the results at Berwick, I wasn't shocked, but I was very, very pleased. The boys were amazing, and I could see from the comments that they wrote very good as well. And then obviously to win at home again, with the boys doing a very good performance and winning by a mile, it was very good. So to be honest, I'm very pleased to see that the boys are doing good. I hope the momentum keeps going, so when I come back, I don't have super mega extra pressure. So it should be okay. To be honest, I'm very confident on the fact that I wanted to be back in a moment where I know I can ride the bike and I want to be a danger for myself or anybody else. You see many times riders trying to come back earlier, and then they injure again, and then they're out for another month and a half, and you don't want to see that. Shoulders are very delicate, and I learned that only last month. But it's part of the journey. I'm very, very pleased, and I want to thank the club for waiting for me, for not replacing me, for just sticking with my recovery and knowing that I'll be back. And as I said to John and all the club, I said, I just want to push to be back fully fit, because I don't want to come and just not do the job. And then also I've got a very big meeting on the 19th of August. So, that was the main goal. And to be ready for that meeting, that means I want to be back also for Edinburgh.
Yeah, that is, of course, the Grand Prix challenge, isn't it? So we're looking forward to that, and a great opportunity for you. And as you say, the last thing you want to do is come back early and break down, because that's no good to anybody, you or the team, or your chances for that meeting.
Yeah, I agree. It's crazy important now. Like every meeting is so important, and we are gonna face very, very strong challenges now ahead of us. Like starting from Friday, well, starting from tomorrow and then Friday, obviously. And then when I'm coming back, we've got Red Car away, which is, you're looking at the two teams, which as we talked earlier in the season, you remember that I said that Poole and Red Car looked really the two for the medals, and that they actually proved. So yeah, challenges are quite tough ahead of us, but on the other side, I was very pleased, for example, to see Josh be back in full fitness, as well as Craig, Bastian, knocking points, and then was so happy about Kai getting the maximum last week. I was very upset when I saw they dropped him from King's Lynn. We know Speedway is a numbers game, but it wasn't really fair on him. So it was good for him to show to everybody what he's capable of.
Yeah, you mentioned that there. The team, looks like it's starting to build a little bit of momentum now, and getting you back will help that, Paco. But you're kind of known as one of the busiest men in World Speedway. You jet off to Argentina every winter. The Italian Championships over, I don't know how many meetings, a dozen meetings or so, isn't it? plus the UK, plus any meeting that'll have you. So just how have you coped personally with not being on the bike 3, 4, 5 times a week? I bet you're not missing some of the early flights, but apart from that, how have you coped with being off?
It's funny you say that. I think actually I'm not busy enough, because I went to Argentina and then I came back and I was very busy in April, and then May I started doing only like meetings in the UK, and that wasn't enough. I wanted to gain a job like in the top league in the UK as well. I was looking forward to that, and then I see like stuff from last week, when you got riders like me, Kai, jumping around every track and trying to score points and doing well, and then they get some foreign riders having to pay visas and stuff. It's a bit crazy to me, but that's part of British Speedway sometimes. And again, I was busy, but I wanted to be busier, if it makes sense. I'm in the limbo where I'm very busy to be on my own without mechanic and anything else, and on the other side I want to do the step forward, because I know that if I concentrate on riding my bike, I just get better and better, and that's what I'm looking forward. So, it was good to have a break, to relax. It was 3 years non-stop. On the other side, it was my best moment of the last 3 years, and I was going very well, everywhere in Europe. I just came off a podium finish in Germany and GP Challenge place, so it was my best moment. But they always say that the devil comes only when you're doing well. So there we are.
Yeah, definitely. And the team news for this Friday is that Max Clegg we are bringing in Max Clegg as a injury replacement for Lassie Fredrickson, just with the nature of the averages, and Lassie's average just jumped above Max's. So with Max doing well for the academy, that's hopefully will give us strength and depth, because you can never be relying on guests for too long. It's always a challenge, especially with so many meetings on a Friday. So that's obviously a big challenge for Max.
Coming as well from a moment where Lasse was going so well and doing so well. Again, it's crazy. Like me and him both doing well and jumping like into the points when we struggled at the start of the year, and then this happened. It's crazy how, I don't know if it's unluck or whatever, but we have to say that this year Edinburgh Speedway have been very unlucky. Like it's been crazy, but if you look at everything that happened to us, I think we should be grateful to be in the position where we are and still challenging a spot in the playoff. I don't think that many teams would have done that.
Yeah, I mean, we're hope to hang on to that. I'll just walk through a couple of comments, Graham, since I've been slacking on the comments front today. The first one is the old Graham's got his top on. Well, I've actually got a Monarchs Fans Trust top on, so I'm not sure what Kieran's talking about.
What Kieran says goes, Dave. That's it. He says you're flocking. You've got to up your game.
Yeah, there's Lynette is obviously asking how the injury's doing, and when you're back riding. We've answered that already. Thanks, Lynette. Hopefully we'll see you in a few weeks on track. And then someone else in Italy, Paul Capaldi's in Italy watching from the shores of Lake Garda. Very nice.
Beautiful.
That's maybe why Paco left Italy. Maybe knew Paul was heading there. Paco's talking to us from Croatia just now.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
and of course we can't have a show without with Paco or Dale and not mention the moustache. Says trending as always, looking good, and Ian Marshall's Mackett. Like missing your style.
Thanks.
And
By the way,
Chris,
while we are here, I would like to wish Lucy happy birthday for tomorrow. She's having that's her birthday tomorrow, so I miss all the family a lot. I have to say, I hope I'll be back next week and have a dinner all together. Missing all the people from Edinburgh, but my Scottish family have been very great to me, so I'm looking forward to be back there next week.
Yeah, and I'm sure they can't wait to have you back. As one of their questions that came in from Chris Black was related to coffee, and I know you've had many a conversation with your Scottish family about where the best coffee comes from.
This is what is going to happen. So I'm going to go back there and I'm going to sit with Chris and Steve and just discuss about coffee, because obviously they don't understand nothing about coffee, and then they keep talking. So
yeah, I said we'd only keep you for 20-25 minutes, Paco, so we won't start the coffee conversation now. You'd be here for about 2 hours. I know your poor girlfriend will be sitting there waiting on you.
On dinner, that's all right.
We touched it there, and you kind of went through the team and through the injuries, and I don't remember a run like this for any team for the Monarchs, certainly in the last 10-15 years. I mean, you look at the 1-7 that started the year, and I think only Kai has avoided injury or retirement. Kyle stepped down. But even then, his first meeting had a big injury at Glasgow.
I can tell you that he had an injury any road with it. So every rider in the team has had some kind of issues. So it's fair play to Kai as well for riding with an injury. It was a minor injury, but I remember him saying that he had some problems and he just wanted to keep riding. It's crazy, like, as you say, how unlucky can a team be? Just keep getting injuries over injuries and bad results when we were missing riders, guests coming obviously to do the job and not scoring as we would expect, and not us just not clicking because we were missing the whole team. I just hope that I can come back and obviously Lasse as well, because it's been a good card to have in the hand.
Yeah, even Kieran Lyde is saying even the academy has been unlucky, a few injuries in there that's ruined a couple of seasons. Alex Spooner in particular, we're thinking of there. We have a genuine question from Paul Capaldi, which is, what's your favourite away track in the championship?
Probably Birmingham, because I know how to ride it. It's not the best track to go to, but this year, the last couple of years, they have improved a lot. I was going to say Redcar, but I found it a very, very difficult track. It's a track where everybody goes quick, while Birmingham, I feel like it's a quite honest track, so I would say that, yeah.
Yep, and then, of course, we touched on it already. It's the Poole Pirates that are the visitors on Friday, Paco. I mean, they're back-to-back league champions, and they won the Keele Cup last year. Are they back-to-back double champions, Dave?
I think they've won every trophy since they've got back in the league.
And they won the
beat us coming away in almost every match as well.
Yeah, so we know how tough that's going to be. You can see the team line up there. And I guess you touched on it, Poole, very, very good at putting a team together. But one thing I noticed when I see that 1-7 come up for Poole, I don't remember any of those riders missing a match or missing more than one match here or there. And as Paco says, that makes such a difference, doesn't it? And yes, they're very good at putting a team together, but,
there's also extra things.
Luck, and we've got to hope that the Monarchs' lucks turn now and we can take care of them on Friday night.
How many times have we been saying about this? Me, Kai, have always been saying about this. Look at the Cook brothers. They came in like rockets, and because they're riding 3-4 times a week in the UK only, without traveling, without nothing, they just bang on scoring the points. Fair play to them. I mean, I'm talking serious. They're very good riders, but that's also a very, very helpful thing. When you go 2 weeks without riding and all you do is practice, when you go to the tapes, you feel that a lot. So, you see at the whole team, they've got very strong reserves as well. Nothing like you see even Roinon, he knows Armada very well. He rides there. So it's going to be a tough meeting, but on the other side, with the performances that they showed, that Edinburgh showed last week, I already said that in the past and we got beaten, but I'm very confident in my team, and hopefully that's going to be a win because we really need that.
Yeah, agreed. And as you say, a lot of Edinburgh experience in that Poole team as well. We know Richard Lawson goes well. Stevie Worley, Kel Newman's had a good few meetings in the past, but hopefully after that win over over Berwick last week, the guys can kick on and start to show that we're home track advantages there. And it's great to see Craig going so well. And as you said already, Kai as well, in that engine room, especially when he's got to cover you in heat 14. That's exactly what we need from Kai.
Yeah, 100%. I think the team is capable to do that. And again, Poole is very strong, but again, it's all about the starts, get out the starts, be first in the corner, and then anything can happen. We've been beating the best riders around Armadale. We've done that in the past. I've done that in the past. Everybody in the team have done that. We showed great performances, so it's possible. Hopefully the track is going to be good. I heard good things about the track in the last couple of weeks, so hopefully that's going to be a trump card for us.
Yep, so it's a huge match on Friday night as the Poole Pirates come to Armadale. It's a 7:30 tapes up. Tickets available now in monarchs.co.uk/tickets is your link to get those. If you can't make it along, you can watch it on the stream. Myself and Mike Hunter will be in the commentary box, and your link for that is in monarchs.co.uk/EMTV. Dave, I believe we've also got a couple other things on Friday. There's a Northern Junior League match taking place after the championship match, and of course the main event for a lot, it's Ed's birthday on Friday night, so there'll be games, there'll be cupcakes available on the gate. I don't know if it's like Easter, Dave. Is there an age restriction on those cupcakes, or does Ed share with everyone?
Oh, I don't know. You'll need to. I'm sure if you go and try your arm, you never know. I think there is a limited amount. So when they're gone, they're gone. So get there nice and early. Get some trackside early doors ready for the race. And I think there is a restriction on the kids' race. So your opportunity to get yourself on the shell if you're one of your younger boys or girls wants to be closer and running alongside Ed.
Yeah, I'm sure Ed's looking forward to that one.
And as you say, it's the Armadale Angels against West Lothian Wildcats. So most of the Monarchs Academy boys, I'm assuming, will be on show on Friday and keen to show what they're continuing to learn and build from that. It's looking forward to a great night of racing.
Yep, and there's a few other comments for that. I can see actually just one question that's come in regard that LJL match and if it's streamed on Friday, so we can tell you it will be. Once the championship match is over and the parade is done, Mike Hunter will be back. So we can tell you, Katie, that yes, the Northern Junior League match is part of the overall stream. So you'll be able to see your favourites on that one. And then, yeah, I mean, I guess, Paco, you touched on it already, that GP challenge. Let's go back and talk to that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but probably the biggest meeting of your career, the most prestigious meeting of your career so far. And okay, it's probably not been ideal preparation, but it sounds like you're on the mend and you should be good to go in time.
Yes, I'm back. Yeah, I've done big meetings in the past. I've done like Speedway of Nations, Speedway World Cups appearances. But this is about me. This is not about like the team. This is not about anything else apart from my performance and me trying to get into the GPs. Which fair play. I know that if you look at the lineup, maybe I shouldn't be there. I'm the one that shouldn't be there because you look at the names and you go like, Jesus, like there are some big names. But on the other side, we've seen in the past, a championship league, let's call it, rider level in Carl Stonover qualifying in Lonigo for the GP and then rocking his career up. So I'm just gonna go there. Whatever happens, I said to my girlfriend and to the family, I already won. If I come back for that meeting, I already won whatever the result is, because the break was very bad and they told me that to gain the movements back for like normal movements for the shoulder, they go between 5 and 6 months. So it's a quicker recovery if you think about that. So I'd just be happy to be in the meeting and I know that it's 5 stars. We always say it's 5 stars, and we've seen in the past names like we've seen last year. Who would expect Kim Nilsson to qualify for the GP in Glasgow, and I was there, and it was just amazing. So I'm just gonna go there, concentrate on what I have to do, and it's a new track for me, Gislaved in Sweden. I've never rode in Sweden in the past, so I know that requires big engines and loads of speed. So I'm preparing myself for that, and whatever happens, as I said, I already won. I'm already happy enough to be in the meeting if I'll be fit from next week.
Yeah, definitely. It was a fantastic night you had in that semi-final, getting through to the qualifier is a brilliant achievement itself. But as you say, you're now only 5 good starts away, and we could be seeing you like Cardiff or Warsaw next year. I'm sure you'd love that. Your dad still presents the trophies. It'd be lovely if he was presenting a trophy to you there sometime next year.
I tell you what, I like what you're saying. I like what you're saying, but yeah, we are pushing hard. I know that many people are rejective on this thing because I'm only a championship rider, but I know I'm a lot better than that, and I'm pushing hard to go forward in my career. I know I've got lots to give, so I'm very grateful to be part of Edinburgh and for them to give me the opportunity to just keep going forward in the sport. So hopefully this means I'll be scoring lots of points for the boys and get some wins at home.
Well, that's it. That's the plan, isn't it, Paco? We get back a week on Friday, as you're saying there, for the red car match. There's still a busy chunk of matches to go. Obviously, I guess when you're on the sidelines, you're probably the only one that doesn't hate a rain off. That's probably music to your ears when a Monarchs match gets rained off. That means you'll be back in time for the rerun. But you'll see the fixtures there. Poole away Wednesday night, Poole at home Friday. Then a good run of home fixtures. You've got that one away at Redcar, but after that, home to Oxford. The following week is home to Birmingham. And then again, we've still got the Plymouth match to rearrange as well. So Plymouth home and away to rearrange, actually. I'm forgetting that would have been on just now. So yeah, there's a good chance to get that momentum going, as we say. A good run of home fixtures. And in places like Redcar and Plymouth, where the Monarchs have traditionally done well and aren't too dissimilar to Armadale, you're not going from an Armadale to a Berwick or something like that. It's tracks that should suit our kind of guys. And we've said it before, it's a cliche and it's a stereotype, but if you sneak in and you get that 6th place, then everyone starts on 0.
I agree. We always say that we need to get into the playoffs, whether you're number 1 or number 6. Obviously, if you're on the top of the table, everybody look at you scared and everything. But we've seen it last year, jumping into the playoffs, going against the top boys, and we were struggling, but we were there. We were in the playoffs, and I think we can do it. Obviously, we have the toughest matches ahead of us, but we've done big performances, so I don't see why not. Again, the goal is to get the extra meetings at the end of the year, get into the playoffs, and get everybody back on form for the team, so we can finally race maybe one meeting all together, apart from press and practice.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be great to have us all back on and firing, because I think even when the team was signed at the start of the year, it was for its potential, and the potential is still there. But we've still got to do that job of making it to the playoffs. We'll just run through a couple more comments. There was, Liam Morris missed the start and hoping to be back. I think that's, if everything goes to plan, be at Redcar, but a few tests to come first, you were saying. Ryan Anderson's asking about the Grand Prix Challenge weekend. Will you be at Edinburgh on the Friday night? Oh, it's an interesting challenge. I'm sure you just want to be back on a bike first.
I wish I was. Whatever happens, I won't be able to be on the Friday at home, because it's a 2,000 kilometers drive. And not being a professional speedway rider like everybody else with mechanics and everything, I need to be in the van driving. So I will probably be missing that meeting. But the goal is to be back for the one before and be ready for that, and just be fit for that.
Yeah, and then of course you mentioned there the support from the club. We've got Chris Black. He's convinced that you're going to do it in the GP Challenge. As you can see there, there's always one rider you never expect to qualify, and this year it's going to be you. That's backwards. And then John Clements, wishing you good luck, and he'll be cheering you on for that one as well. So lots of support for that. But,
appreciate it.
Before then, we hope to see you back. As you say, the target a week on Friday away to Redcar. Before that, though, Dave, the match we're all been here to talk about is this Friday, 7:30 p.m. against the Poole Pirates. I'll plug those tickets and the stream one more time. So it's edinburghmonarchs.co.uk/tickets is your link to get your entry. Of course, there is, I think it works out slightly cheaper if you buy that before showing up on the date. And then if you can't make it along, do pick up the stream and watch from home, edinburghmonarchs.co.uk/EMTV. Dave, I'm sometimes a little bit sharp at wrapping us up. Is there anything we've missed tonight or anything left to add to that?
I was only just going to reaffirm that the Monarchs Fans Trust stall, which is normally on the fourth bend as you're heading before you get to the bar, they're still selling tickets for the summer draw. So that's a £500 cash prize and lots of other great prizes. We've got about 10 or 12 fantastic prizes for that. So get your tickets or get away and sell them. But also on Friday is going to be a big anniversary for the Fans Trust and a big achievement that will be mentioned on Friday. So watch out for that. The Trust has been on the committee over there, and it's been something that's kept the club going over the harder years. We're doing a bit better this year, things like that, financially, etc., which is good. But the Trust will always be there to keep the club going. That was the kind of main thing I wanted to mention. Yeah, I mean, we're at Poole tomorrow night. Poole do live stream their matches. So if you want to watch that, I'm sure you can find that on the Poole Speedway website. So that's tomorrow night, 7:30. You never know. It's Cookie on fire. And you talk about the Grand Prix Challenge. I remember Cookie went to Russia and got through to the GP. That's how he made it to the GP. So unfamiliar track for him there. So same for you, Paco. When you go back and when you head to Sweden, but it's not quite the same as going to Russia. But all good.
Still a long drive.
Yeah, definitely. So so that's all from me. So Paco, anything else you want to say back to the sports before we wind up?
I just want to say thank you to everybody for the patience, for being on my side always, and I just want to wish the boys a very, very good luck, and that's all. Really, thanks to the club for supporting and waiting, and I just can't wait to be back and race my bike and score some points. I hope to be back. I hope to give you boys and everybody else some news from this weekend on how the shoulder is really feeling on the bike. Obviously, that is the main test. So we will see how that goes, and then after that, we'll hopefully we'll see each other next Friday.
Sounds good to me. Good luck for the testing, Paco. Hopefully, we'll see you a week on Friday. Dave and I will be back at Armadale on Friday, and we'll be back afterwards with the Friday Focus, reviewing all the action from that match against Poole. So do keep an eye on social media for that. Please, if you aren't already, like and subscribe. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, whatnot. I don't know. There's probably 100 other social medias my old bones don't know anything about. But wherever you can find us, do like and subscribe. And until then, as always, thanks for watching.
Thanks very much. And thanks for Paco joining us. And thanks to everyone else for their comments. Cheers, Paco. Ciao.
Ciao. Bye-bye.